We just got done spending 30 days in Vietnam, and we traveled around quite a bit during that time.
Yeah, we went to 3 different locations, had a fantastic time. We're going to cover all 3 of those locations and what we got for the price we spent.
Right, and then at the end, you can see if it's worth it.
Okay, so the first category is always rent. How much were our accommodations? We're going to start in Hanoi because that's where we started our journey. Now in Hanoi, we stayed in the French Quarter, and everything you see in that Hanoi video, we walked everywhere. It was easy to walk, so we would highly recommend staying in that area. It's a little quieter, and we only paid $88 for 2 nights in Hanoi.
Now the next place that we went and where we were going to spend the majority of our month was Da Nang. We absolutely loved our time in Da Nang. The place that we had was a fantastic location. It was it had all the amenities that we were looking for in a place. It was near everything, near a little market, which was perfect. And the one thing I would say is the staff there was top-notch. They were fantastic, and so we would highly recommend that, and we will put the link to that down below. Now for our month there, it only cost us $390, and that included cleaning twice a week. That's a big plus for me, and Brian too.
So from Da Nang, we went down the coast to Hoi An. Now this was just a 2-night stopover. We still had our place in Da Nang. We just decided to have a 2-day little retreat down to Hoi An, and we loved it. The place we stayed in was real close to everything. It was right by the street market, so we were able to go down there and do that. We stayed 2 nights. The next night we spent time over looking at the lanterns and everything that Hoi An has to offer. That cost us $47 for 2 nights.
So for our total 30 days of rent in Vietnam, it was $525.
Now that to me is a bargain,
It's really
especially
good.
for where we stayed.
Yeah.
We didn't skimp, so to speak, on our standards. We think that's a great deal.
It is a great deal, and the thing is that had we not done Hanoi in there and had we not done Hoi An, we could have been $390 for the month. So
Right.
Keep that in mind. If you don't want to move around very much, you can do it for cheaper.
And you get housekeeping 2 days a week.
He really likes that.
Yeah.
So our next category is our grocery. And our grocery budget, just so you kind of know what's put into this category, is anything that we walk into a grocery store or in Vietnam, a convenience store,
Right.
and buy. So it's going to include anything that we needed for our household, deodorant, any of that kind of stuff is in there.
Beer,
Brian's beer. is
Carrie's
in there.
snacks.
Yeah. I snack more than he does.
Yeah.
So the one thing in Vietnam is we only spent money on groceries in Da Nang. We did not need to buy groceries in Hoi An or in Hanoi because we were only there for 2 days. So our grocery budget is pretty low. And it was a total of $216.
That's the least we've spent on groceries
I think so, yeah.
anywhere in the world
Yeah. So far.
so far. Okay, next category is entertainment. Now entertainment includes any time we eat out, we go out for beers, we buy tickets to get into any temples or any events or anything like that. That's our entertainment budget. Now in Hanoi, we went out to the temple on the bridge out to the island. We also went to Beer Street, and on Beer Street you've got to stop and have at least 2 beverages. Again, that's not our rule, that's just a rule, so we have to follow it. We also ate out, of course, because we didn't cook in, so that's all included in our entertainment budget. And in Hanoi, we spent $34.50.
Now in Da Nang, where we spent the majority of our time, we went to Marble Mountain, and we ate out, but not as much as we maybe anticipated we were going to eat out. We did enjoy our beers on the beach because we found a fantastic location that had a great view, and the beers were pretty affordable, and that came to $153.
So in Hoi An, we did pay $10 to get into the UNESCO World Heritage sites that you get to pick and choose which sites you go into, but those tickets cost $10, plus all the food that we ate came to $78. Okay, so the month that we spent in Vietnam, we don't feel like we denied ourselves of any excursions or any activities at all. We felt like we did everything that we wanted to do.
Yeah. So for our entire month, including both side trips that we did, it came to $265.50, which was, once again, very affordable. Okay, so the next category is transportation. Now in Vietnam, we actually used the transportation quite a bit, but we didn't use their transportation so much. We used Grab mostly, and we used taxis. Now in Hanoi, we got a taxi from the airport to Old Town or to the French Quarter, and that was $3.50.
Now we also mostly use Grab in Da Nang as well, and we did spend a little more money while we were in Da Nang, obviously because we were there longer, but we also went to some places that cost a lot more money. A good chunk of that was when we went out to Lady Buddha and we went to Marble Mount. So the total cost for our transportation in Da Nang was $48.
So now going to Hoi An, we could have probably taken a bus, which would have been cheaper, but we just decided for convenience to take a Grab because they're so easy to use in Vietnam. And that was $13 each way, so it was a total of $26. And we didn't need any other transportation while we were in Hoi An because it's an incredibly walkable city. So now for 30 days, getting around Vietnam, and we used Grab quite a bit.
All the time, yeah.
So a little more than we typically probably spend on transportation, but we knew that our costs were going to be a little bit lower on other things, and it was just so easy.
It was just so much easier,
Yeah. So if you don't have that Grab app, download it.
Okay, next category is miscellaneous items. Now we don't tend to spend a lot of money on miscellaneous items. We don't do souvenirs and things like that. So in Hanoi, we didn't have any extra expenses at all. Now in Da Nang, we did have a couple things we needed to do. Our Airbnb, we needed to pay for our utilities. We knew that going in, and they told us it would be a roughly $40 to $60. It ended up costing us $24, and that's a month of air conditioning. The second thing we had to buy, which was very important, if you've been watching this channel at all, you know I get a monthly haircut. My haircut this month came to $2.50. So our total expenses in those two locations was $26.50.
So our last stop was Hoi An, and in Hoi An we looked a lot. There was a lot of shopping to do in Hoi An, which was really fun. And I did find myself 2 dresses for a grand total of $16. So that was pretty affordable for 2 dresses. They may not last me very long, but that's okay. So for our entire month of miscellaneous costs in Vietnam, it came to $42.50. So our final category is our reoccurring monthly expenses. Now most of these we just have every month like clockwork. We just pay them. So the first one that we have is our health insurance. Very important. For our health insurance, we both go through Cigna Global, and that runs us $290 a month for both of us.
Right. And we also get a data plan, and we've discovered that it is so much easier just to get it at the airport. It might cost you a little bit more, but not really that much. This month we had unlimited service for the 2 of us, $15 each, $30 a month.
Yeah, really good price. The other expense we have is Netflix. We love our Netflix and we use it all the time, and that is $17 a month. And then the other one that we have is our VPN. Now for our VPN, we use Surfshark. If you don't have a VPN, you should probably have a VPN, especially if you are looking to travel. The link is down below in the description if you want to check out the one that we use. We've been really happy with it.
Yeah, it's worked every time.
Yeah, and it's very affordable. And that is $2.50 a month.
Okay, so our total monthly cost here in Vietnam, with a major expense that we did not include in our month. We'll get to that in a minute. We're going to start in Hanoi. Our 2 nights in Hanoi ended up costing us $126.
And then our 1 month in Da Nang ended up costing us $1,173.
And then Hoi An. Hoi An ended up costing us $167.
Which was a little bit more for 2 days, but we did quite a bit there.
Yeah, you also had to buy those 2 dresses.
Yeah, that was a big expense. So now another expense that we had that we wanted to throw in there, we don't normally include in our monthly costs because it's kind of part of our yearly costs, but we wanted to be true on what we spent this month, was our flight from Hanoi to Da Nang. And that was $104 for both of us.
So our total expenses for 1 month here in Vietnam came to $1,570.
Pretty affordable month. And so the per person price was $785, and a daily price per person was $26. That's kind of hard to beat.
Yeah, I don't think you can beat that. We're gonna try, but I don't think we can beat that.
We're always up for the challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other expense that we kind of saved to the end and we did not add into our monthly costs because it
Right.
wouldn't give you a really good feel for what it would truly cost you to come to Vietnam for a
Right.
month.
It was an excursion that you might not do, so we didn't include it.
Right. So we went on a Halong Bay cruise. We went on the 2-night, 3-day cruise, which we'd highly recommend doing. We did a video on that, so you can check that one out.
That's a good video too. I'd watch that one for sure.
It is a good video. It was fun. It was fun to do. And so that excursion for us cost $769 for the both of us.
Right.
And as you can tell, with our monthly budget in Vietnam, that added on wouldn't be really fair to include that in monthly costs.
Right.
Now, the 2 days that we did go on that Halong Bay cruise, though, I would say we paid for our place in Da Nang for an entire month. So those days that we did stay on the Bay cruise, we were already paying for rent somewhere.
Correct.
So that is all figured in.
So our month in Vietnam, we absolutely loved it. We had a great time. It's a bucket list destination that should be on your list. If it's not, put it on there.
Yeah. So we only get 30 days in Vietnam, and I think
Right.
everybody only gets 30 days in Vietnam. So we are definitely planning on returning back and hope to bring more of the areas to you. So if there's any place that you think we should go see, be sure and leave that in the comments below. Make sure and hit the subscribe button so you continue to follow us along on our adventures, and we will catch you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers. Now our final category is, what is it?
Recurring expenses. Recurring expenses.
So quick it
I
goes
can't
away.
take her anywhere. Now for the month we're here in Vietnam, we don't feel like at all that we, oh, Jesus, a bug just
I know, I saw it go over there.